And we are back with another round of farming. Trying to make our way to getting that bakery and just kind of making some bigger things happen. It's definitely proving to be a little bit of a slow journey, but we do have a new toy in a pretty nice ancient forklift, but it does get the job done, and it's been pretty fun. I've used it just a little bit to kind of just feel it out. It's not a mod that you're gonna find on the official mod hub. I think I got it from, I think it was probably fs25.net, something like that. And I think it was, yeah, it's by a guy that I've gotten a couple mods from him. He made a pretty nice John Deere combine that I used for a little bit, and so I kind of figured it would work pretty well, but I figured I'd also just try it out a little bit, make sure it actually worked alright, and it did so far. And so yeah, we're just kind of continuing that a little bit, grabbing some more solid fertilizer. Got a few more contracts to do here. And then we've got a new toy on the front of the Unimog. It's kind of just something I was just kind of like, what else could I do? Especially like during other times of the year. I mean, cultivating's a really big one, and during the winter, and then fertilizing is obviously a big one at the right time as well. But it was just kind of like, what else can we do? And then I saw that, yeah, there were some bale wrapping contracts, and I was like, that's interesting. And so I was just kind of like, all right, you know what? Give it a go. It's relatively cheap to kind of get into. It is kind of annoying because it's another consumable kind of contract. So that's not exactly ideal, but it's still just, I don't know, something else to do, something else to make money. The bale wrapper will pay for itself, and wrap isn't exactly like, astronomical or anything. So, yeah, just kind of getting out going, and let's see, I know I've got two that are in the same spot. I think we'll go and knock these out first. And then, yeah, I've been trying out this waypoint GPS just to kind of make navigating the map a little bit easier. I am starting to get a little bit more familiar with it. There's definitely a lot of places that I can drive to now that I'm like, yeah, I know where that is. But especially with contracts and getting a couple going, it's still just kind of helpful sometimes to be like, this is exactly where I need to go for these contracts. But yeah, we'll get these taken care of and move on to the next thing. Well, after that disastrous start, yeah, checking contracts is probably a wise thing instead of just assuming that it's all round bales. But you know, each we live and learn. Okay, I guess this one. Come on, let's let's do the wrapping thing. It's like technically you're supposed to come in on the side, but I definitely have found that it is easier to come in more from this way. Is that slightly against maybe traditional realistic rules? Sure. Okay, what are we struggling with here? There we go. Alright. But yep. One more contract. I mean, we'll see more will probably pop up throughout the day, but probably take a short break after this and go, and we've got a lot of pallets we can load up, things we can sell. Yeah, there we go. Let's get that lifted up, folded up, and get it out of the way. One more field to do, which shouldn't take too long since it's fertilizing. But yep, it's just, I don't know, this is totally just a grind. It's a little bit more of a grind than I thought it was going to be honest. But yeah, making money on this map is definitely, it's a lot slower compared to maps that do have like larger fields with just bigger contracts that you can kind of like go around and do probably like 2 contracts on a lot of maps and you'll make the same amount of money that I'm having to get with like 8 contracts. So it's an interesting dynamic that I had never played on this map, didn't know exactly what was gonna happen, but I'm still having a good time, and that's kind of more what this series is actually for. I'm just kind of having fun doing my own thing, hopefully going in the right direction. Yep. And yeah, and so yeah, we'll just keep on moving forward, knocking out contracts, doing our thing, turning wheat, barley, whatever into flour. Don't know if I'm gonna do anything with the canola currently. It's like I technically could, but alright, let's make sure this is actually set up on the right width. Yes, there we go. That's what I want to see. But yeah, I think we'll probably play it simpler with canola and just sell it when it's high season and then come back around with our barley and we'll get back into turning that into flour, which we'll see. Barley will probably have a higher yield, so I'll probably have to think about, I am thinking about getting a different windmill potentially, but I am going to have to look at what the kind of the speed of the new windmill will actually be at. Will it be fast enough to get it done in time? The other thought is getting a couple, doing another one of these little productions, because that would then double our rate. Just, yeah, things to figure out, work through. But actually, I think I'll just try and turn this back around. But yep, just all the different things that you gotta figure out. But, yeah, definitely a slower grind. And that was part of the reason for the bale wrapper. And then I picked up a mod that added lime spreading as a contract. I don't know exactly how much of that I'm going to do, just because, again, it's another consumable. And so it's just kind of difficult to figure out exactly, like, your profit margins are, like, the numbers a little bit nicer to look at, but then actually diving into, like, the math of you do this for this, how does that actually work out in terms of you making money because you've now spent money on the lime. I think in one of the mods, I think it does have something where like you can get the free lime for it essentially. And so I don't know, that might be something I look into, because I know when you borrow you do get what you need for it. And so, but eh, just always figuring things out, learning, watching the contracts, trying to make as much money as we can as quickly as possible. There's definitely a little bit more of me just playing now here and there, just working through contracts, because there's no way I'm gonna, be like, oh yeah, let's just have everybody watch me cultivate 15 fields. It'll be great. But yep, get through this, finish it up, and then we'll go back to the farm, load up some pallets, and we'll see where we go from there. Gonna hop into our new, sort of, I guess it's new to us. It is technically, I would say, a very old forklift, but it was cheap, and that is the right price. But it is really, I don't know, it's been kind of fun to use in the little testings that I've been doing with it and whatnot. And so it's a nice little forklift. I definitely like it. Probably the only negative I'd say is that when you do lower forks, they do smack into the ground and kind of lift the whole forklift, which is a little annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Because I know other things that I've used, it's a little bit more like the forks always kind of go right above the ground, so you can just kind of lower them and then they stop. But here, you lift the forklift and then you can't do anything. So you gotta actually, like, more skill, I guess. Gotta come right at the sweet spot. So just a little bit more effort has to be put in, but that's alright. That just means we have to actually try. But at least turning radius wise, it is quite nice to be able to actually do just about everything we need to do. Let's not lean those forward. Nice. And the forks are a really good length. I've been thinking about trying to do, if I can like get 2 stacks of 2 on them, because they're very long. So I've been kind of curious about that. I might try with the flour, see if we're able to do anything with that. I would definitely still not hire me to be a forklift operator. That is for sure. It's not a talent of mine at all. It's one of those things where, I don't know, like, the realism aspect of it is cool, but auto load, just about every time I use the forklift, just kind of gets more and more tempting. I use it for a good amount of my save, just because, especially once you're doing like just so much. I don't know, using a forklift just seems to be like, okay, I think it's time to switch to the universal auto load. But yeah, for now we're a smaller operation, and it's kind of like it is a skill I'd like to have at least a little bit better down. But yeah, you guys are witnessing the training of me in terms of forklift usage, so it's not something that I will probably ever profess to be an expert at. But yeah, also trailer driving, not ideal. There you go. Yep, it's all good. Don't worry about it. That honey is perfectly fine. It's not shattered at all. Stacking 3 high was probably a little ambitious, but it's all good. We got money, we got paid. Now we can move on to other things, which I think, given the time of year and the fact that I don't really want to have a field doing nothing for me, we're probably going to put oat in the ground in the new field that we bought, which might create a little bit of an interesting situation because I only have one silo. So I guess we'll deal with that when we have to. I don't know if it'd be worth potentially turning oat into something, but not sure. I guess it is jackknifing a little bit. Seemed a little ambitious, but alright. Let's just get the trailer backed away, put away, clean up the yard just a little bit. Yeah, we'll get the cedar out. It's either oat or I think sorghum was the other option. I think sorghum requires a planter. And I think oat can be done with a normal cedar. That could, I guess, decide if neither of them actually work. I don't think I've ever actually done oat. So I could be... Alright, yeah. I thought it should be with a normal cedar. But yeah, we'll get over to that field. Put some oat in the ground. Get that taken care of. Take over the whole road. I don't actually... Do I need to line this? I probably need to line this. With my luck, I definitely need to line it. Oh yeah, actually first... yeah, just, you know, the extra expense, precision farming. I know you can buy your own little thing, but generally when I use that, it just seems to forget that, oh yeah, you have actually got the samples, sent them off to the lab, and then a couple reloads of the save later, and it's like, nah, you don't have any of that, man. It's all gone. Let's see. Get this all set up. Let me just do 2. And that should be, we got oat. Oh, we are gonna need fertilizer. We can do a little bit, and we'll see where we go from there. That doesn't even really need like a super high fertilizer. That's kind of nice. That should actually mean we'll go a little bit further. Alright, well, I will see you guys in a second. just like that, we've got another field planted and some more profits ready to happen in the future. Definitely still an interesting thing with only one silo, and we're gonna have two crops right around that time because oat is gonna come in July, and then you're gonna finish off with the canola, I guess, is gonna come in right in August. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, price wise and whatnot. I mean, more than likely, I don't know, we'll probably just sell the oat. I don't really think, yeah, I mean, it will be the absolute worst time to sell, but it won't be terrible. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what's even kind of around. I mean, sometimes these can fluctuate. I mean, getting 800 per thousand probably wouldn't be too terrible. So it won't be the end of the world. But yeah, I'll get this backed up, taken care of, set the farm back to basics, and then that will probably be it. There might be a few contracts. We'll see. Checked them just a second ago, but I always like to take a little peek before I get off, just to make sure I'm not leaving any money on the table. Let's just check it out here. Deadwood fertilizing. Oh, that one's actually pretty tempting because that's one of the big fields. We'll probably take care of that, and that'll be how we finish our day. But I think in terms of the episode, that will probably be it. We've got field of oat planted, did some contracts, set up some stuff, got the future happening. Probably gonna need to get in that oat field and do some quick weeding as well. But yep. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.